What is up, YouTube guys? Jericho426 coming at you with another Marvel Contest of Champions video, and today, guys, we are continuing our Synergy series with the man himself, Hercules. Hercules is considered by many to be one of the best champions in the game, and we are going to look at his very best synergies when taking him into battle, including one synergy that I think is absolutely one of the best synergies in the entire game. So guys, before we get into that, if you are enjoying the content, please put a little thumbs up, little like on this video. I would really appreciate it. And YouTube still tells me that about 90% of my viewers are unsubscribed, guys. So if you would please hit that little subscribe button, it really does help me out. I always appreciate making content for you guys. I will continue to make champion guides as well as synergy guides for all the champions in the game, guys. So with all that being said, let's get right into the best synergies for Hercules. Now, the first synergy I didn't record any footage of, but I did want to talk about it because it is a synergy that Hercules has with himself. And this is one called Next Rounds on Me. And this is a very interesting synergy because it is specifically designed for the Suicide Masteries. Basically, every hashtag hero champion will get an increase of 10% or 15% to attack rating, depending on if it's a 5 or a 6 star, as long as Hercules is alive, and as long as you are using the Liquid Courage Mastery, and you have that poison effect on you. So, very interesting synergy, guys. Definitely one, if you love to run suicides, absolutely have Hercules on the team. Next, we are going to talk about the synergy with Jane Foster, which is one that I think is really flying under the radar for Hercules players. Using this synergy, Hercules, anytime he is at 5% or less health, all well-timed blocks have a 100% chance to be a perfect block, and there is no cooldown on this ability. Now, especially if Hercules is unawakened, this makes him much more survivable, but even when he is awakened, after that immortality buff has expired, you can still maintain your survivability at 1% health by simply having a well-timed block. Again, you're going to have to play a little bit carefully, but this is absolutely a great synergy and makes Hercules be able to just survive even more than he normally would with his immortality buff. This next synergy with Captain America Infinity War is not an overly powerful synergy. However, if you're looking to dish out just a little bit more damage, but also be able to use in very specific nodes where you need armor breaks, anytime Hercules completes a feat of strength, he will place an armor break on the opponent. And these armor breaks last for 10 seconds. So you are able to stack multiple armor breaks on the opponent. Again, not the most powerful synergy in the world, but again, we'll dish out a little bit more damage. And in very specific matches where you need to remove armor up buffs from the opponent, this is a great synergy to have on hand. Speaking of damage, if you are looking to get a head start on that max damage that Hercules can dish out, bring Hulk Immortal, Hulk OG, or Hulk Ragnarok on the team, and you will start the fight with 3 strength, giving you just a little bit of a head start on Hercules' ramp-up time. Using the Hawkeye synergy, pawn set free, Hercules' Infuriate debuff will have a plus 20% cooldown reduction, allowing him to use that Infuriate debuff more often and bait out opponents so that he can intercept with his special attacks. Guys, before we get into this next synergy with Hercules and Cersei, I want to pause and take a moment to thank Symbiotic Servant. I do not have a Cersei at a high enough star level to show off this synergy, so Symbiotic Servant volunteered and was kind enough to record gameplay footage that we could use in this synergy guide. So one more time, guys, thank you so much to Symbiotic Servant, because this part of the guide wouldn't have been possible without you. And using this synergy with Cersei, guys, Hercules will be able to ramp up his damage even faster in a fight, as for every 10 hits in a combo meter, he will gain +1 indefinite strength. So this will allow you to ramp up to those 12 strength even faster and hit that peak damage that we all love to see from Hercules. And before you ask the question, guys, let me go ahead and clear it up. This will not allow you to push past the 12 feats of strength on Hercules. He is capped at 12 no matter what. So it will allow you to get there faster, but you're not going to be able to push past it. And finally, guys, as far as individual synergies goes, this is the final one for Hercules, and it is amazing for both Hercules and his synergy team member, Black Panther OG. Now, I usually don't talk about the other members of the synergy team in these guides, but I am going to mention Black Panther in this one because this one does really make OG Black Panther so much better. Because OG Black Panther depends on his ability to intercept in order to be even better than he normally is right now. And with Hercules on the team, Black Panther will gain an Infuriate debuff that he can place on the opponent, just like Hercules can. So you'll do 1 or 2 strikes, and then you'll dash back, place that Infuriate debuff, and then the opponent will dash in towards Black Panther. This is a fantastic way to land those interceptions. But, talking about Hercules, this makes Hercules so fantastic as, again, he also depends on interceptions to be better. So, what Black Panther does for Hercules is whenever Hercules uses a special attack 1 or a special attack 2, those will be unblockable, which makes them intercepting even easier. But also, if you, let's say you miss time and intercept, or you forget that your Infuriate is on cooldown and the opponent doesn't dash in, or just if your Infuriate is on the opponent, but for some reason they still don't dash in, which happens to me a lot, if that happens, it will still allow this special attack to connect and not leave you at such a vulnerable spot. This is a fantastic synergy, and honestly, for these two champions, but for any champions in the game, I think this is one of the most powerful and best synergies in the entire MCoC. Now, for me personally, if I were going to form an entire team around Hercules, I would first start with Hawkeye for that cooldown to his Infuriate debuff. Then I would bring in one of the Hulks, probably Hulk Immortal, for that beginning of 3 strength. Or you could switch that out for the Jane Foster synergy if you so desire, if you're thinking instead of on the front end, you would rather be protected on the back end of the fight. I would also bring in Captain America Infinity War to place those armor break debuffs. And finally, guys, of course, as I already said, as you can guess it, I would absolutely bring in the Black Panther OG synergy in order to get those unblockable special attacks. You know, Hercules really doesn't need a whole lot of help. He is a fantastic champion. These things really do just add to his kit. But I do think that to really get the most out of Hercules, you really need to bring in that Black Panther synergy. The other ones are, you know, they're good, but they're not necessary. But Black Panther, absolutely have him on the team.